No.
Chantel, my name is Matt. I promise
He's going to be fine.
I'm going to take great care of him. Oh, he's beautiful. All right, Chantel. And you go. Oh,
Wrap him up. It's okay, little man.
Chantel is beautiful. I need a towel for Mom. You good?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, it's all you. Do I technically need to
That off.
Hi guys, welcome to my video. So this is my first video on YouTube, guys. Welcome. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. I have a lot of content coming for you guys. I have content on, like, you know, taking care of baby, mom life, beauty, fitness. Although I'm not like a fitness guru or anything, but yes, this is like what my channel is about. That's just a brief introduction. I am Chantal. So yes guys, today I'm gonna have my video about giving birth, my birth story. This is going to be a long video, so grab your tea, grab your food, grab your snacks, and you know, be ready, because child, this video is gonna be something else. So I was scheduled to give, let me just start from there. I was scheduled to give birth March. No, the 2nd of March. That was my due date. So you know, they said like first time moms almost never give birth on their due date. So with that in mind, and they said that usually sometimes they have to induce first time moms, or you know, it's like a week later, you give birth a week later or something like that. So I was like, okay, not expecting to have the baby that time. So let me give you guys a preview on what my pregnancy was like. I wanted to have a natural birth, no epidural, nothing. I wanted to have my son in a birth center, because I'm just that natural kind of person. Like, I like natural stuff. I like to keep it, you know. So I made appointments there. I was going to my appointments and everything. So now let's bring it to like, I was just having a little, like, you know, cramp in my belly. I felt like I was on my period. It was just like not too intense, but it was just like very uncomfortable. It's just like I knew something was happening in my body. Because guys, major key when you have pregnant, just listen to your body. If for the slightest thing you feel like I'm just myself. Yes, for if the slightest thing you feel like you may, like you feel something is wrong, please guys, go to the hospital, get it checked out, speak to someone. Like, it's not gonna hurt just to go to call your OB, guys, because this is like, you know, life is very fragile, and you just have to just be on point and listen to your body. That's like major key when you're pregnant. So yeah, so you know, I knew something was going on. Then let me go to my due date. My due date, I was feeling like contractions, but I have a very high pain tolerance. So I was just like, to my partner, I was just like, yes, I want to cook, because he can't cook. So I was just like, I need to cook, because you're gonna be here starving, and I'm not going to want to be cooking when I come out the hospital. So we need to go to the supermarket. We need to get like little stuff done for the baby. I hadn't packed my bag yet. I packed it. Then that day he put it in the car, because I was just like, yo, I need to get this done, because how I'm feeling. It's just like, you know, just to be safe, let me get this done today. And then I was just like okay, let me just breathe. But I'm just saying, it just feels like I have really bad period cramps, and that's what it felt like the whole time. So I was just like, let me just, like, you know, just do it. Like, I'm used to this kind of pain, so it's not like nothing like crazy. And then I had a doula as well. She was a first time doula, so she wasn't like super experienced, but she was a little helpful. But a lot of the stuff that she was telling me, I had already researched myself, because I am, Google is my best friend. Like, I used to Google everything, like any little thing, Google. So now, you know, so she's like, yes, you know, there are contractions app. You can, like, you know, to time your contractions. So I got it, and the person was like, those little things, when you actually, for me, when you actually in labor, it's just like, you don't know, it's like how many minutes apart, because it's just like, you know, you're not really, as a first time mom, you're not really familiar with how you're supposed to be feeling. So it's just like, sometimes you don't even know what to pay attention to. And I'm going to do a separate video on that, like probably like the signs of how to know for sure that you're in labor, because this is what I needed. So yeah, I downloaded that, and you know, they were pretty far apart, but it would get a little, not intense, but it would just like escalate a little more than it was before. But it was a pain that no mind, me and my big self, my big, you know, wobbling, because my baby was just like squeezing my organs. I could not walk properly for like the whole pregnancy. I don't know, he was just, I don't know, he was pressing on, but he was pressing on something. So yeah, I was just like, I remember in the car, and then I never wanted to cook that day. I called my aunt. I was just like, auntie, you have any food? Like, she's like, yes, I made some stewed chicken and rice, and it was my auntie can cook. So I was just like, okay, yes, we have to go there. And he's just like, oh, we had to go to the supermarket too. And he's just like, no, like, the way you acting, I don't want to go to the supermarket. Just relax, because you can barely even walk. But to me, I don't know how I looked, but to me, I felt like it was manageable. Like, it wasn't like extreme pain. So we went there, but it was taking long. So he went to Burger King, and he got me Burger King, but I ended up eating there first, because when he left, the food was ready. Then my auntie and my uncle, they went out, so it was just me and my cousins there. And then they were moving in their house, so they were moved into my cousin's house. I was at my cousin's house, but they were all there. So I was just like, you know, I was just like, guys, hold on 1 second, let me just breathe, you know. And they'd be like, Chantal, are you going in labor? Are you in labor? Da, 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 da. I'm like, guys are so extra. They're like, don't have the baby there, you know. And then my cousin's there, like, she's like 16. She's like, oh, it's Grey's Anatomy. I can deliver the baby. We need towels. And I'm like, y'all doing too much. Nigga, like, bros, like, chill. It ain't nothing. I'm used to this. Like, I'm just like having a little cramping. But from there, like, I felt like I needed to use the bathroom, like, go to like number 2. I just was like sitting on the toilet, but it's just like, you really feel like you have this like urge to go. I wasn't going I wasn't doing anything. So it's just like, it was kind of relaxing to sit on the toilet. And this is TMI, but I may or may not have had hemorrhoids a little. So it hurts, and they recommend you not sit on the toilet when you have it. But it was just so comforting when I sat there, like, to relieve my pain, because that's how I felt like. I just felt like I just needed to sit on toilet, and that even helped with my period pain as well, sitting on the toilet. So a lot of the things was similar to how I felt like when I had my period. So I was just sitting down, and then they're like, Chantal, are you okay? You okay? in the bathroom, auntie. That auntie came back. They're like, Auntie Chantal is in the bathroom. Chantal, you're going in labor. Make sure you're not going to labor. They're Jamaican. Make sure you're not going to labor. I'm like, guys, I was just thinking, these people doing too much. Relax. Give me my. Calm down. We're just chilling. I was there, and my partner came back. He was just like, you know, his girlfriend came from Africa, and they're at the mall, and we need to go. And I was like, babe, I'm not feeling great. Why are you going to go to the mall? Like, I've never felt like I was in labor, but I'm like, anything can happen. I need you. Like, I don't want to say, for instance, I'm going labor and you're not here. Like, but anyways, he's just like, you know, I promised him, like, just call me if any little thing. And I was just like, I know, it does, like, whatever, let's go. Whatever. But I didn't know he called his best friend to, like, keep tabs on me to see if I was okay while he was gone. So I was there. Then he came back pretty, like, decent timing, but like then I was just like, I don't know, like I just felt like it was getting intense, guys. This was about 10 o'clock. It was getting intense, and I was just like using my thing, and like they felt pretty intense, but I was just like, you know, let me not overdo it, because I always think I'm overdoing stuff. And that's another thing, guys. We need to just respect our own feelings, because we know how we feel, and nobody should not be able to tell us, like you know, we should trust our instincts and our feelings. So we were, and I called because okay, so the birth center that I chose, they said that they want you there during active labor. So if you're there and you know you're not really in active labor, they're gonna send you home. I was in Jersey at the time, and they're located in New York, and that's a drive, you know, and sometimes there's traffic. So I wanted to make sure that I was there before, like, you know, at a good time. Like, I didn't want to go too early and they had to send me back home and da. But then I didn't want to not go. So I called the midwife. They have like a midwife on call, you can call. I called her and she was like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, yeah, I have, you know, my stomach is hurting. And she's like, you know, it's your due date. Most people don't give birth on their actual due date. So maybe I'm not gonna say you're overreacting, but you know, even you, the way you're sounding, you're not even sure. Like, you would be sure. So she was just like blowing me off. Like, I was just like, okay, maybe I'm not in labor. She was literally blowing me off. Like, go home, just relax. You know, because I don't want to say to come here and then have to send you back home. So I was just like, okay. Like, you know, she's a professional. What am I gonna say, you know? So I was just like, all right, like, I don't know what else to do. So I have to just go home. Maybe I just need some rest. But guys, at this point, I was in so much pain. Like, it just, and I was like, my partner, he did not know what to do. Like, it was just so helpless. It was just like he wanted to help, but he didn't know what to do. And especially because the midwife said, you know, we don't like necessarily have to come in and it's gonna be like a waste. But he was kind of pushing it, but then I was just like, no, I don't want to go there, and you know, they can't see me. So fast forward to we're back at our apartment, and I'm just sitting on the toilet. I just felt like I needed to go. So it was about 12 o'clock. Feeling like I needed to go. I just feel like I was just not feeling well. I was trying to get some sleep, and I just could not rest. So And I was sitting on the toilet. I called. I was just like, hey, I'm on the toilet. Like, I don't feel good. I feel like this is. She's like, no, the pain would come up in your stomach and then like disperse, and you would feel this way and you'd feel that way. Like, and I'm on the toilet in so much pain. And I don't know if I was like playing it off to her, but I was in so much pain. And she's just like, yeah, you know, it doesn't, like, go take a warm shower and a warm bath and go sleep. So I said, okay, professional, that's what I'm gonna do. So I went in the bathroom. I took a warm shower, guys. It really helped, to be honest. Like, it just helped. I felt like my muscles were just being so like relaxed. It was like helping my muscles to relax. And then I was trying to sleep, guys. For the life of me, I could not sleep, and I just felt like I needed to go to the bathroom. Then I went to the bathroom, nothing was coming. I went back in the room, I went to lie down, went back to the bathroom, just felt like I just had it to go, like, do number two. And then I couldn't. So at one point I started throwing up, and there was, I got like a registry, Target registry bag, and I just had to grab the bag and just threw up in the bag, like everything that I ate at my aunt's and the Burger King. I threw up everything, and then I was just like, oh my god, like, this is intense. But like, throwing up actually made me feel a little better. And my partner's friend, his female friend, told me that she threw up when she was in labor too. So I was just like, maybe I'm in labor. So guys, by the time I was sitting on the toilet, so remember I called the midwife for the second time and she just blew me off. So I was sitting on the toilet and I was just like, I was just like groaning, you know, and like he's just like, okay, like we need to go to the hospital. By that time, guys, let me tell you, I was going to wipe myself, and as I proceeded to wipe myself, you know what I felt? I felt a head. The head of my unborn child was like almost in the toilet. I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I can feel the head. I was like, and I was just like opening my leg and I'm like, do you see it? Do you see it? He was like, yeah. Like, he's so chill. It's so annoying because he's so chill, and I'm just like, do you see it? Like the way he's acting, he's like, why is he acting like there's not a head coming out of my tush? And he's like, call my aunt. But he was low-key freaking out in his head, but he doesn't show his emotions like that. So he was he called my aunt. He's like, yeah, I think I'm like giving birth, like, you know, I think she's in labor, whatever. Then he's like, go in the tub, and I was just like, telling me to go in some tub. And then I thought about that, just like, wait, I can't give birth in the toilet. This baby, we can't go to the hospital now. Like, this baby is like almost hanging out of me. And I was just like, okay, like, let me go in the tub. And by that time, the EMT was on the the EMT was on the phone yet. I think he was talking to my aunt, and then I went in the tub. Guys, everything is kind of like a blur by that time, but I went in the tub and I just pushed. I just remember every video I watched, what people told me. They said, I remember my aunt, she said, like, you know, she was telling me that she basically, like, this specific hospital in Jamaica, has a reputation for not being like the best, you know. So she told me that she basically had her baby herself in the hospital, and she's saying she just pushed with the contractions. So that's what I was trying to remember, and that's what I was doing. I was just like, every time I had it, I was just trying to like push, because that's like your body telling you, like trying to lead you. So I just push, and let me tell you, like, like when I push, it's just like, I don't know if my water broke while I was kept going back and forth to the toilet, or if it burst while I was like just like giving birth. But like there was like a gush of blood when the baby came out, like the head part came out, and like for a brief second I was just like, Jesus, like, oh my God, like don't tell me what this is. And he wasn't making a sound. Like for a brief second, like I was just like, Jesus, like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. And then I just heard him say, ah! Like I was just like, oh, like my heart just like exploded. I was just like, yes, thank you, Jesus, like he's okay. And then like he was just like hanging out of me while I was in the tub. Like there was no water in the tub or nothing. I know this, like it happened so fast. And then I was just like, Mom, by that time my boyfriend was on the phone with the EMT, and I was just like, take him out, like, he put down his phone and he just like took him out. And then I said, put him on my chest, like, and then he put him on my chest. But that time they're like, you know, wait a few minutes. And I knew about delayed cord clamping, so I just like made him wait like a long time. Then he's like, get a shoestring or something to tie the cord, and he got it. Then he tied the cord, and then that time the placenta and everything was still inside of me. Sorry. Then the ambulance came, guys. It was just like, what an entrance to the world. Like there were ambulance outside, there were police outside. I was just like, when I went out, it was so, but I don't reach that part yet. But they were there. The baby was on me, but as they came, it's like they wanted to make sure the baby was warm. But it was just so emotional for me, because the whole reason why I wanted to have a natural delivery and not at a hospital is because of sometimes they can dehumanize you and just like be too medical, and I wanted it to be more personal. That's why I chose to do a birth center. That's why I was planning on doing a birth center birth. But like they took him, and I was just like, you know, can I have him? I want him to like try to latch because I want to breastfeed. And like they had him, and then the EMT guy, he was just holding him, and I was like, can you at least give him to his dad? And I was like, where is he going? Like, can I have him? Can I hold him? And they're like, no, they need to make sure that I'm okay, and there's no blood, like, you know, like how am I feeling? They had to check on me, but I was just like, I'm okay. I just want like to bond with my baby. I want his dad to bond with him. Like, I don't want this stranger looking at my kid. Like, I was so annoyed. And then so I ended up having to go to the hospital. And then like, guys, this was another thing. I had to deliver the placenta, and but they did give me the baby to hold on the ride to the ambulance. Not on the ride to the ambulance, on the ride to the hospital in the ambulance. And it's a good thing I packed my maternity bag, so I think he drove. Did he drive? No, he didn't drive. He went in the front, and then his friend dropped him home, and then that's when he brought my bag. That was in his car. That's when he like drove his car to come to the hospital. But when he got there, they took him. They had to make sure that I delivered my placenta, and because the placenta was in me for a while, like it created clots, so they had to like squeeze my stomach this to squeeze everything. They was like pushing on it to make them like in it, like they taking out. Like these people, I felt like I was like a chicken, you know, when you have to take the guts out of the chicken. That's like them removing the placenta and everything out of me, guys. But and then they took the baby out of the hospital. I held him for like a half hour, 20 minutes, and then they said we have to take him, make sure everything is okay. They gave him his first bath that I wanted to do. We got there. I gave birth to him at 2:02, but on his birthday, but it says 2:05. So he's born the 3rd of the 3rd, 2:02. But when he looked at his watch, he said 2:05, but I knew it was 2:02. So there's that. But he's born the 3rd of the 3rd, 202, 2020. That's like a blessing. So he was there, and they had to bring him to the nursery, make sure that he was warm, because he was coming from outside, and this was in March, so it was kind of still during the winter time, so it was cold outside, and I was just like so sad because they took him for like hours. But guys, the hospital treated me so well. They gave me a cake when I was leaving. Like, I have no regrets of how I had my baby. Only thing, the worst part was when they took him from me when they got here, and when they took him from me at the hospital for hours, guys. And I'm telling you, hours. And tip, you can tell them, no, I want everything to be done in the room, because I was like saying, guys, I don't want him, like, you know. But you can tell them, you can demand, say, hey, I don't want you to take him. Whatever you guys have to do, you guys can, please, like, have it done in the room. It's an option, guys. So know your rights, know that you have a voice, and it's your child, so you can tell them what and what you don't want. So yeah, it was good, guys, and I have more videos coming about postpartum, and you know, postpartum care, postpartum depression, like things like that, guys. But that's my birth story. I have pictures and videos that I will insert in my video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, please, guys. Please, I'm trying to build my channel, and I have content coming for you guys. You guys can comment below what other video you want to see, or any questions that you may have. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Hey, Mom. So are you going to sit in the front? Take that off.
Any medical history?
No.
No asthma.
Yes.
Asthma.
Yeah. Choo-choo.